শান্তনু বল স্যার আছেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার আছে।
হ্যাঁ, আমরা আমাদের প্রাথমিক আলোচনা শেষ করেছি। এরপর আপনি আমাদের যে আজকের অনলাইন ক্লাস আছে সেই আলোচনাকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাবেন।
Well, a very good evening to all of you who are present here. Myself, Shantanu Ball. Well, I'm the training and placement officer of 242 Government ITI. Today, I'm here to introduce all of you in the world of group discussion and as well as an effective way to start a group discussion. Nowadays, group discussion has been extensively used for the final selection of candidates along with personal interviews. Big MNC companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. often use group discussion as an effective way to find out the best among the best candidates. Now, we also have the same aim. We are also preparing our students in an effective way with the help of group discussion so that they got better to better placement in their upcoming future and as well as made us very proud by building a better, a progressive and a developed India. So let me just present my presentation with the grant of all of you and I hope my voice is very clear to all of you. So I already mentioned about my topic, the group discussion, and I already introduced myself. So I'm just keeping my first slide. Now the slide is all about the objective of a group discussion. The first point, what I want to highlight is the student will participate actively in a group setting. The student will participate actively in a group setting. Now, the second point, what I want to focus is on the student will share the knowledge with others. Obviously, in my upcoming slide, I will discuss all these things. Okay. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is the students will improve their communication skills. Obviously, this point is very important, the communication skills. Now, the next point is the student will think as a team and find a solution to a given problem. Obviously, the team building capability and the problem solving mind is very important. And the next point, what I want to focus is on the students will impress the employer to get a job. This is very important for any kind of group discussion. Now, these points are mainly the objectives. Now, the next slide is all about what is group discussion. Now, I hope my voice is very clear to all of you. Now, what is basically a group discussion? Now, nowadays, group discussion is being extensively used along with personal interviews for the final selection of the candidate. And the next thing is, it becomes necessary to conduct further screening for choosing a few among many. And it is here that group discussion plays an important part. And the next point is, what I want to mention is very important, is it helps in choosing the socially suitable candidate among the academically superior athletes. These are the basic points what I want to mention here in what is group discussion in the slide. Now the second thing is what I want to focus is the features of group discussion. What are the main features of any kind of group discussion? Okay. First point, what I want to highlight is it is an exchange of ideas among the individuals of a group on a specific topic. It is an exchange of ideas among the individuals of a group on a specific topic. Obviously, ideas should be exchanged. It is very important, and that is why I am to mention here in these features of group discussion. Now, the second point, what I am to focus here, and is very, very important, is the group discussion is an informal discussion. Now, informal discussion means where where the subject is not pre-decided. Now, the group discussion, since group discussion is an informal discussion in which participants of the same educational standard discuss a topic of current interest. Okay. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is very important. It is also known as the leaderless discussion. It is the group discussion is also known as the leaderless discussion. Now, it means its aim is to find out the natural leadership level of the candidate. Obviously, we all want leadership skills of any candidate. So, in this manner, on this way, through the group discussion, we can find out the natural leadership level of the candidate. Now, I hope my voice is very clear to all of you. Now, the next slide is all about the categories of group discussion. It means how we can categorize a group discussion. There may be many categories. The first of all is the organizational group discussion. First one is the organizational group discussion. And the second one is group discussion as a part of a selection process. Obviously, I'll explain this in my later slide. Okay. Now, by this way, we can categorize the group discussion. First one is the organizational group discussion, and second one is the group discussion as a part of a selection process. Okay. Now, coming to the next slide. The structure is very important. The first thing is the group sits in a circle or you say. Okay. The next thing is that they may either be given the choice of seat or seat allotted. Okay. They may either be given the choice of seat or seat allotted. And the next thing is this panel observes and evaluates. This panel observes and evaluates. Now, obviously, how they will evaluate? The question arises that how they will evaluate. Now, my next slide is all about the evaluation component. That means how we can evaluate a group discussion. Okay. Now, there are generally four components. There are generally four components evaluated in a group discussion. First, one is knowledge. Second one is the communication skills. And now, third one is the group behavior. Fourth one is the leadership potential. Okay. First one is the knowledge. Second one is the communication skills. The third one is the group behavior. The fourth one is the leadership potential. Obviously, we all know that. We all know the meaning of this thing. Knowledge, the communication skills, the group behavior, and the leadership potential. Now, here I mentioned some due points. It means what steps we must follow during a group discussion. Now, the first thing is sitting comfortably. Obviously, we all know that. Just sit very comfortably. Not only just in a group discussion, we can follow these things in any kind of discussion or in our everyday life. Okay. Now, second thing is listening to topic. Listen to the topic very, very carefully. Okay. Now, the third thing is organizing ideas. Obviously, we have to organize ideas. Obviously, we have to organize our ideas. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on speaking at the earliest. So try to speak at the earliest as possible. Try to speak at the earliest as possible. The next thing is identifying supporters or opponents. Obviously, during a group discussion, we'll find some supporters or opponents. So we have to identify that who are our supporters and who are our opponents. And this step is very important, that identifying supporters and opponents is very beneficial during any kind of group discussion. There may be a technical round, there may be non-technical round. Okay, now moving back to the next point, sharing time fairly. Obviously, we all should know the effective way to manage time, means the time management. So share the time very fairly. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on maintaining the eye contact. Obviously, eye contact, maintaining the eye contact, it means a lot. It impacts a lot. Obviously, the next point, what I want to focus is on taking notes. So obviously, try to take some notes if possible. And the next point, what I want to focus is on aiming for summary if needed. Obviously, try to aim for summary if needed. Now, these are the frequently used use points, what we can follow. Everyone can follow, not only during group discussion, we can follow this step in our every slide, we can follow this step in any kind of discussion. Now, finally, I also added some don't points in my next slide. Don't points means what steps we must not follow. What steps we must not follow during any kind of conversation. Okay, mainly in group discussion. Now, first thing, what I want to focus is on don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Now, next thing is don't be silent. Obviously, you all know that. Don't be silent, don't be in a hurry. These are the common things. But these are very important. These steps are very important. Okay. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on don't dominate vocally or physically. Obviously, we can like calling each other. This it gets a very bad impression. Now, I hope my voice is very clear to all of you. Now, so don't just dominate vocally or physically. We can like calling each other during a group discussion. Okay. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on don't assume the care of the don't assume the role of a chairman. We can't behave like that. That I am the CEO of the company. We can't behave like that, right? So don't assume the role of the chairman. The next point is what I want to focus is on don't introduce any new topic. Don't introduce any new topic or any irrelevant topic. Okay. Obviously, if you have any questions or suggestions, please you can tell me. Now, moving and now coming to the next point, it's all about don't take some extreme stance. Obviously, we can do that. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on don't look at faculty. Obviously, we can't look at the faculty or the panel. Okay. Now, the next point, what I want to focus is on don't move excessively. Obviously, these are the frequently used things. Now, the next point is don't throw all ideas at one shot. We can like do that. We gathered all our ideas, and we can like do that all the ideas we are putting just one shot. We can't do that, right? So don't just put all our ideas in just one shot. We have to manage the time fairly. I already mentioned that the time management, how we have to manage the time in a group discussion. So don't just throw all the ideas in just one shot. Now, the next point what I want to focus is on don't speak too fast. Okay? Take some time and manage the time very fairly. And obviously, the next point what I want to focus is on don't indulge in ill conversation. Obviously, you all know that. Don't use slang language. So these are very crucial and very important steps. It is not like that we should follow this step in group discussion. We can follow this step in our everyday life in any kind of discussion. Okay. Now the next point what I want to focus here is don't get emotional. Obviously, we can't get like emotional. Obviously, now here is some questions. If you have any questions or suggestions, obviously you can tell me. Now coming back to the summary. Now I hope my presentation is clear to all of you. Now if anyone has any suggestions, then obviously you can tell me, and I will definitely try my best to listen to you. Anyways, in this small presentation with a limited time, I think you all understood the importance of group discussion. Now, obviously, it needs practice a lot. For students, what I will suggest is that discuss any subject topic with your friends in free time. Obviously, it will benefit a lot. And for elders, the subject topic may be different. But practice, and practice. Obviously, practice makes a man perfect. And after all, we all want a better, a progressive, and a developed India. So thank you. Thank you very much for giving me your precious time, and a very good night to all of you. Thank you.